So the first exercise is we're bringing in this amazing woman. She's a little Southern belle from North Carolina. Please welcome Miss Kelly Swanson.
Thank you. Nobody's ever called me little.
You are little to me.
Kelly is a motivational speaker, comedian, and award-winning storyteller.
I still feel like that kid getting up at the family reunion and telling stories. You're like, hey, Kelly, tell a story.
Can I take the floor?
You can take the floor.
All right. Hey, y'all.
Kelly's here to challenge the participants to uncover their true selves.
A little bit of background about how I got here. I was tucking my son into bed. I'm about to flip the switch, and my son calls out, Mom, why do zebras have stripes? I said, zebras have stripes so they'll blend in. I said, you don't want to be the zebra that sticks out. You don't want to be the zebra in pink. Because if you're the pink zebra, the predator's going to find you and eat you alive. And I know, because my whole life, I have been the pink zebra. I have been the one who didn't fit. I wasn't in the cool kids club. I was the kid you threw things at. Even today, sometimes I feel like that. Don't you ever feel like that? I'm going to admit it. This is an opportunity of a lifetime to be part of a movement redefining beauty. And what do I worry about? My muffin top? There's all I could think about. What if I don't fit? What if I'm the biggest person in the room? I always feel like I'm the biggest person in the room. What if I'm just not good enough? I came to that point where I realized maybe the things that made me different will become the things that made me great. And I started embracing the pink zebra in me. You see, when I was a kid, being that pink zebra, I thought being different was a bad thing.
A lot of the things that she said affected me, and I just find her to be so amazing.
I was in my 30s before I thought, what do I want to look like? I want to look like a red-headed Dolly Parton.
Feel a lot more empowered and inspired hearing Kelly speak because, you know, it's bigger than just what our dreams are. It's everybody else and, you know, making it happen so that other people like me can have a chance.
Now that Kelly's got everyone motivated, it's time to hit the fashion hero hopefuls with an explanation of the next event. And it's not going to be easy.
So, we're going to share some of our embarrassing moments, and we're going to laugh it off. We'll find a time when you didn't feel like you were in your best light. We're going to find the lesson behind it. And then you're going to get to present it tonight in your own form of stand-up.
Like, I not even want to go up and do karaoke.
The thought of getting up on the stage to talk was just terrifying.
Sometimes while modeling, fashion mishaps can happen. And you have to prove to us that you can handle awkward moments in front of people. The designer's perfect fashion hero is also a spokesperson for their brand. Someone who can speak in public, even if it's on stage, and it's also someone who can recover from a mistake fairly quickly. So let's not delay, let's start working on your stories and then get ready for a fun night. Kelly, I brought your army.
Yay! Find your seat over here. Here's the task, 3 minutes. You're sharing your most embarrassing fashion mishap. May I give you an easy way to put this together? Yes. So tell me what happened. Tell me what you felt when it happened. It's your emotions that we're going to connect to.
We use story as a tool to connect and engage with our market because story does what data and information cannot do.
I went to church and my shoe broke.
Perfect. Were you singing a solo?
No, I applied to be in Miss Albania.
Okay, that's your embarrassing moment.
No matter our background, our walk of life, we can all come to that same place where we all know what it feels like to not fit.
My moment embarrassing is I don't speak.
Speaking in public.
My experience is very difficult because all the participants speak in English and me speak in French.
Okay, then this is what we're gonna do. Let me go up there with you. You only have 3 minutes. You're just gonna go in real quick.
I hope I can do it.
It'll be fine, you'll be fine. couple of closing comments. I know you're nervous, but from here on out, you're not allowed to tell yourself that you're nervous. You're done.
It's exciting to watch them and think, wow, one of these participants will end up being the face of a brand. Do they realize how big this is and what an opportunity this is for them and how this is going to change their life?
The participants are heading to this evening's location for their big moment on stage to stand up for themselves.
Make it funny, honey. I was trying my best.
And there's lots of anticipation.
It's not easy, especially we have the feeling that I might be judged if I'm going to say it the wrong way.
Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Kelly Swanson.
It's a packed house, and the nerves are high.
Now, we need to understand this for the challenge that it really is. For most people, speaking in public is one of the top 5 fears. And so even getting up here at all takes a lot of great courage, and it takes a lot of strength. I would like to introduce our first contestant.
Let's see if they can do more than just pose for the camera.
Even getting up here at all takes a lot of great courage, and it takes a lot of strength.
In a short time, I had stepped into their stories. We had worked on them together, so I knew how nervous they were.
It was really stressful for me.
I'm not a comedian. I'm just gonna freeze, I'm gonna forget what my story is actually about.
I would like to introduce our first contestant. Skylar, are you ready? Come on down.
I honestly think that I'm probably not going to make it through.
Our 4 designers are sitting in the audience, ready to see who has the ability to be their brand ambassador, who can stand up and be the spokesperson they need.
My models do interact with my clients and with the media.
This is the place where you want to influence others and get to show people to love themselves and to have better confidence and to just go for it.
I have some back issues, so when it starts acting up, I turn into Igor. So what happens when I turn into Igor? Things rip. A moon was showing.
Today I feel better because I can actually show you me and I can be myself. Yesterday I was doing what they wanted me to do. It did get me down a bit because I did not like seeing myself in the mirror like that.
Go on the bus to go back home, sit down, feel plastic. I should be feeling fabric at this point.
Jenny, come on down. Now with Jenny, we were concerned about the ability to tell her story in English, so I offered to help her translate.
Speaking to an audience full of people in a language that's not even her first must be nerve-wracking for Jensila.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I speak English, but in front of other people, my mind is blocked. I didn't remember no story, nothing.
All time I have embarrassing situation.
Has them all the time she has them.
Because when I was trying to talk, people laugh with me. Now I speak English, and I speak in French, and I speak in Italian. Ciao, come stai?
Yeah. Was there an embarrassing moment in there?
In Italian?
No, anywhere.
And after that, I think it was good because after then she was talking to me. I was saying things and the public laughed. And it was fun.
Thank you. Good job, Jim. Stacy, are you ready? Come on down.
Yes, I am in my pajamas, okay?
Own it.
I feel like I've come so far. I feel like I have completely changed physically and mentally since I've been here. This is by far the best experience, like confidence-wise for me, that I've ever had.
Oh my God, I let it loose.
Excuse me,
Do you know that you're only reading one shoe?
I didn't notice that while I was doing this, I didn't have this.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very impressed with all of the participants tonight. I thought that they were gonna be shy and scared, but tonight was like a whole different thing.
They did a great job. And what was interesting to me, the ones who were like, I got this, no worries, were the ones who I wouldn't have put on the top of the list. It was a surprise. It was those shy ones, they delivered.
So I was so proud of the guys tonight. You know, I felt like there was a lot of pressure on them because, you know, when they're on set, they're walking around, you know, kind of cocky and cool. But then, you know, tonight all that comes off and you've got to like get in front of a crowd and then really, you know, perform. For sure, Constantine really stood out. He had a great story. He was really funny. He enunciated well.
And I also like what Gensilla did with you. It was so great seeing her following her intuition, improvising, which is, you know, life is all about improvising. You never know what is going to happen the next minute.
And when somebody is perfect and comes out there like they know everything, we can't connect to that because nobody feels perfect. Right. We connect to emotions.
For somebody that represents my brand, that is somebody that is open to show the side of being a human.
Anna, I am curious to see what you thought about everybody.
Well, for me, Stacey, as I said, really stood out because her standing there in her pajamas was just great. And she seemed so authentic and honest. And she's only 18 years old. And I mean, she did great at the photo shoot yesterday. And I was just impressed about her confidence.
So we have 2 events that we're going to basically judge everybody on. Do you feel confident with who you've chosen tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Their teams.
We are so proud of you all for being here tonight and for standing up, coming up on stage, talking about your flaws, your imperfections, the things that made you nervous. Some of you don't speak very good English and you did a fantastic job. You fought against all of the things that were in your way, all of the roadblocks, and that's what made us fall in love with you even more. How many of you felt better about your speech tonight working with Kelly? It worked, right?
It's hard to do what y'all did here. It's very hard. Even for professionals to get up and try to throw something together. And you pulled it together, and every one of you came up here. I was just so proud and impressed.